I'm going to start the assemble of the right hand winder box. First I'm going to put the strings, fix the strings together. So the small string, or the smaller string, sits on the front of the larger string. So it sits on the face. So I'm going to drill it and screw through the back into the smaller string. Apply glue onto the end of the string, which I'm not going to do for this video. So you'd put glue all the way down that edge, nice lot of it. Just makes for a stronger staircase. Make sure it's nice and flush. And so I'm going to drill again. A good 3-4 screws is what is needed. I'll put 3 in for now. There we are, so it's nice and flush on that edge. So that's your 2 strings fixed together. Grab your newel post, put it where you think you need it. Grab your right hand winder tread 2 first. And you know it's number 2 because it's got RWT2, right hand winder tread 2. That sits in the corner. Glue, glue on there. So we need to fix down into the support blocks. Make sure it's nice and tight along this corner. You can only work on one edge, so make sure it's working on your first corner, and then we can work on the second edge. Make a note of where your support block is. Make sure it's up tight. Don't forget your support block might not be all the way along, so you have to make a note of where it is underneath your tread. Then make sure it's nice and tight on this corner. Make a note of where your support block is. Fix down into it. Now we're going to fix into the newel post support block. I'm just going to ease this internal corner here because it's slightly different to the radius on the newel post. So I'm just going to cut this corner 1 ounce. That's it, nice and tight like that. So glue the top of that block, and then we're going to fix into the support block below. Now it's only a small block. Just have to make a note of it where it's below this tread, and you want to get 2 fixings into this if we can. Doesn't matter if you screw on an angle to make sure you catch the block. That's tread 2. We grab tread 3. Again, RWT3, right hand winder tread 3. That sits flush at the back here. And again, make a note of where your block is, because the block is actually about there. So make sure that's flush. and we're going to fix into the corner again. Glue onto top of this block. Make sure this is flush with the back of the newel post and nice and square. Okay. Right hand winder tread 1, again, glue on the top edge, glue on there, and this sits on there. Now, I'm going to flip this over to show you something important. When we fix this block, this tread, this groove has to sit flush with this block. So when we put the riser in, it sits along there and sits in that groove. It's automatically correct at that end, but we need to make sure, otherwise you won't get the right. If you fix that too low, you won't get the riser in, and the riser has to sit in tight up in that tread. I'm just going to pinch a little bit out the internal corner of this tread here. Just so that sits nice and tight in there. So, glue and screw down. You can actually feel the front face of that groove and that block. That's good. Make sure it's up tight against the edge of the string. And again, make a note of where your block is. And again, into this corner. Now, if we know that we're tight here, and tight here, we know that this is a square. So try and eliminate any gaps if we can. I don't think. There we go. That's our right hand winder assembled. Just got to fix the risers and then we go.